Hello everyone, and welcome back to my playthrough for Digimon World 2003, and my very next objective is to try and defeat Black King Numamon, and I think Lady Devimon will be easy to defeat with Gigafire. There, it's been proven, and I think it'll be worth the experience. I think all the Digimon in this area give a minimum of about 200 experience, 200 onwards, and the techniques that you're using will often play quite a big role on the difficulty of the battle. So sometimes it will be some battles will be easier than others. Sometimes in that respect it will be worth the experience, other times not so much. Now, I don't want to fight this guy. He has a really powerful counter attack, and he's really powerful. Good, I got away. Black King Numamon really isn't like overpowered. He's just one of those Digimon that, you know, causes status harm, and with that he becomes, you know, a tricky opponent. But if it wasn't for that, he would be a much easier fight. I'd rather not fight these Digimon. I don't think, being of a filth nature, I don't think they're going to be particularly vulnerable to me. HP is at the maximum, MP is not, but about as good as it's going to get. Bad. Good. Bad. Bad. Good. Good. I've done 3 speed ups, so let's try and hurt him. Well, I guess that's okay, because I'm assuming that that's not a critical hit. So I'm assuming it's okay damage, realistically speaking. Good. Good. And how about a critical hit to finish the battle early? Or rather, 3 critical hits to finish the battle early. Not today, it seems. Wow. I'm confident I'm going to finish things here, though. I have. And, okay, not a single critical hit. Well, even without the critical hit, at least I made it. So that's all 6 of those Digimon defeated, but that doesn't quite tick every box in relation to the optional battles stroke bosses within this server, because if you recall, when I was in the North sector, in the Asuka server, I had to go to the Ice Dungeon, Fire Dungeon, and Dark Dungeon, and along the way I had to defeat the Ice Witch, Fire Knight, and Dark Knight. And in this server, there isn't like an emergency chamber room like there is in the Asuka server, but there is still the you know, the dungeons, the 3 dungeons are still there, with a different Ice Witch, a Fire Master, and Dark Master. And they're basically more powerful versions of those who you fought in the Asuka server. They're optional battles, just like the 6 black Digimon that I've defeated. And I would like to head to the North sector, and I would like to see if I can win against them. Although at the moment I'm a lot more eager to win this battle because I have been poisoned. Okay, no harm from the poison. Though my HP isn't even as low as half, but with the risk of getting poisoned, I do want to keep my HP topped up. And my MP's looking pretty good, so I don't feel the need to go to the Pouch Oasis for rest. I feel confident enough to just take this circuit board straight to the North sector, and I will from there head to the Ice Dungeon, and I will see how I do against the Ice Witch, Fire Master, Dark Master. Much like in the Asuka server, I'm probably going to need to take a lot of trips to the Mountain Inn so that I can rest. I'm probably going to take advantage of the ability to save within the in the area just before the ice dungeon, you know, where you have the ability to save. And I'm probably going to be highly cautious of the fire dungeon. Same reasons again, because there's the fire traps that put my HP down to 1, and that would be the worst possible time to get into a battle, as I would be beaten for sure. And it's just dawned on me that I haven't actually practiced this, so I don't actually know for sure when I'm in the ice dungeon. I don't know for sure which way to go. Same will apply with the dark dungeon, although it's less complicated than the ice dungeon. So, well, hopefully I'll be able to feel my way around. And in order to access the fire dungeon, I have to make it past the Ice Witch, and then I have to make it past the Fire Master in order to make it to the Dark Dungeon, pretty much just like how it was in the other server. I have to, you know, totally fulfill one area before I can move on to the next area. And don't worry, I'm not going to the North Sector city, I'm going to the Mountain Inn, I'm just going this way. For no reason other than I can. So if I rest here, because this is the only opportunity that I'm going to get, I don't think it's necessary to save here, because I'm going to be saving just outside of the ice dungeon. Makes more sense to save there, I'm going to be closer to the ice dungeon. And I don't think I'm going to run into trouble between here and there, so I don't think it's like I'm going to get defeated and then I'm going to be wishing that I had saved in the Mountain Inn because progress is all wasted and whatnot. I think I'll be okay. Maldramon is pretty much no threat at all. He's not associated with being a powerful Digimon. He's one of those Digimon that's quite hard to beat, but that's down to them being good defensively as opposed to being any kind of threat, really. And yeah, you've probably gathered that my decision to run away from battles is in the interest of preserving my MP. Because if you think about it, my MP is going to have to see me make it from the mountain inn to the dungeons, throughout the dungeons, and then back to the mountain inn from the dungeons. And with this one, it ends in the dark dungeon. When you defeat the Dark Master, there's literally nowhere else to go, so it's not like we're gonna be reprieved by an emergency chamber room where we can save and rest, because it just doesn't work that way in this server. I don't know which Digimon the Ice Witch has, but I think they are all tougher than the ones in the Asuka server. But with Gigafire, I think I should make my way through the ice dungeon relatively smoothly. And I am pretty much just taking guesses here as to where to go. But if I just go down here, and I don't know, let's just drop down here. 2 possibilities. I do kind of, well, there's no kind of about it. I do need to preserve my MP, but when it's only the first room, and when I have confidence that 1 Gigafire is all it's going to take, it is hard to turn down the urge. That was a bit of a mishap, because the opponent is still standing. Not anymore, though. Okay, so the solution isn't there, but if I take the same path again, and again... Oh wait, no, this is not where I went. Okay, not there either. If I go the way I first went, these battles are a drain on my MP, but I'm kind of hungry for the experience. Ah, okay, it made it. Well, if I didn't cock it up, Ice Master. If I didn't cock it up the second time, then I would have got that on my second try, as opposed to my third try. And just what I didn't want, the battle to start with me being greeted by a Kotemon. But it seems that since I was last here, it looks like Kotemons are not quite the threat they used to be. So the damage was 1100, I was thinking we could easily be looking at 2000 or more, but nah, that was okay. I don't think he'll be surviving this. And I don't anticipate problems here either. Well, I say either. I did anticipate problems with Kotemon, but I don't anticipate problems with this Digimon. And there it is. So who's last? Scorpiomon. Hey, that wasn't part of the deal, was it? Well, how do I know? There was no deal. But here's a scenario where fire is not going to assist me, because Scorpiomon is more of a water Digimon than anything. And he looks like he's kind of dark as well, which makes me think Black Dark's not going to be that great. Well, let's just see, because this did work well on Mega Seadramon, who's water. Not fantastic here, though. But I'll get there at a reasonable pace. And barring a disaster, this will finish the battle. No disasters here. Do I really care about an MP chip? Going by the tone of my voice, you can probably tell that I don't care about an MP chip. And I think the Fire Master gives you something that's about as useless as an MP chip. And then the Dark Master, I think he's the one who gives you the very handy experience adapter. Black King Numamon gave me a bit adapter, and I think the Dark Master gives us an experience adapter, both of which are accessories which you can, equip your Digimon with. Experience adapter boosts the amount of experience that you gain from battles. Bit adapter boosts the amount of bits that you gain. I would consider the experience adapter to be more useful, as I consider experience to be more useful than money, and both of them boost the amount by about 20%. I'm choosing to run here because I'm not going to be very powerful against Maldramon, I don't think. Although, when I was fighting the AOA soldiers and attackers, didn't they have a Maldramon, and didn't I take it down relatively easily? Anyway, where was I? What was I saying? Yeah, they experience adapter and bit adapter. They both have an increase of about 20%. Obviously, in this playthrough, I'm not going to be allowed to use either of them, as they're going to defy the rules of the challenge, if you may. But on a normal playthrough, they would be highly valuable, and that's why it would be a good idea to get them as early as possible, especially the experience adapter. But don't get ahead of yourself. You don't want to be going to the dungeons any sooner than you're ready to. Otherwise, you'd be getting, well, annihilated. Wait until you're physically ready for the fights before going there. But, when you are ready, try and go there, quite swiftly if you want the experience adapter. Well, that's if I'm that of course is assuming that I am remembering correctly. But I think it gives you an experience adapter. And who gave this guy permission to survive? I'm not setting a very good example using MP like this, but when you have Gigafire and you get challenged by an Ice Digimon, it's seemingly impossible to turn down the urge to just burn them into a small pile of water. Or should I say, melt them into a small pile of water. But I'll be more careful here, because these Digimon are not going to be Ice Digimon. Ooh dear, Boltmon. Now here's a powerful opponent, and quite a fast opponent as well. Hopefully I can run away, and quickly. Okay, that's precisely what I wanted. And hopefully this will be no different. Happy days. Probably give me peace of mind if I didn't get into a battle with him at all. That way there wouldn't be the initial sort of doubt and anxiety that builds around being challenged by Boltmon like this, which doesn't worry me in the slightest. Because even if I don't run away, it's like, well, la-di-da, what's this guy gonna do? Oh, I didn't want... Sorry, I was mashing the X button, I didn't want to attack. Let's try this again. This fight might be less threatening, but it seems to be harder to run away from. Okay, so I'm saving again because progress has been made since I last saved. So now I will need to go through the ice dungeon through to the fire dungeon and make progress from there. But I'll be ending the part here with me saving. So that will pretty much be the end of things here, but thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you in the next part.